Hey y'all, welcome to day three of Make Over Your Morning. We are in the process of a 7 day mini challenge, Making Over Your Morning. This is day three, and we've talked about the kind of impact that making over your morning can have, especially when you recognize that this is an opportunity to start fresh, an opportunity to do better each and every day. We talked about defining what your perfect morning looks like. What would a perfect morning look like if you weren't stressed, if you weren't rushed, if things were not just haphazard and all over the place? What would that perfect morning look like? You're supposed to take out time to gain some clarity on the thing that would be most important to you to incorporate into your morning so that the rest of your day could go well and could go smoothly. So today on day three, we're looking at finding the time in our busy mornings, finding the time in our busy mornings. And this is probably one of the most difficult pieces for making over your morning because let's face it, most of the time our mornings are busy, they're chaotic. If you have kids, you're trying to get them off to school, you're trying to get them to take baths, you're trying to, make lunches or give lunch money, whatever the case may be. If you have a significant other, a husband or a wife, and you're trying to do the same with them, find out what's in store for the day and things like that. And it's hard, trying to get everybody out of the door at the same time. So if you have a family, you know what I'm saying. You know this firsthand. But the good news is that it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't matter how busy you think that you are. First, at the beginning of the day or whatever, you can make over your morning. I've shared with you how the first few hours in the morning set the tone for the entire rest of the day. And if you want to be rushed, if you want to be frantic, if you want to feel like you're constantly running and trying to catch up, then that's how you start your morning, right? But if you want your day to go calmly, to go smoothly, if you want to feel collected, if you want to feel productive, if you want to feel like you're in control, then it's up to you, right? It's up to you to make over your morning. It's about embracing two things. Get it? Two things you have to embrace if you want to find the time in your busy morning. First, you need to get up early enough. Get up early enough. It's easy and it's tempting. I know it is because I've done it before. Done it before plenty of times. That alarm rings and you hit the snooze button, right? You just want to get a few more minutes of sleep. It's tempting. I know it is. It's even hard to set the alarm early enough so that you can have plenty of time for everything that you want to do and that you need to get done, right? I get it. I understand. If you're not a morning person, moving that alarm back 30 minutes to carve out a little extra time, that can be hard. It was hard for me. I'm not necessarily, I do like to get things done, early in the morning or before the middle of the day, especially here in Houston, Texas, because in the summertime, it gets hot really quickly. And for the most part, I'd like to get things done first thing in the morning, but I like my sleep too. I like to get my sleep on. Let me just tell you that. I like to get my sleep on. But I had to become intentional because I did not want to go throughout my entire day feeling rushed and feeling chaotic and feeling like, I'm missing something or something's not happening the way it needed to be. So I get it. It's hard to move that clock up or those 30 extra minutes, right? But trust me, after you've done it for a few mornings, it's not as hard as it used to be, and it's not as hard as you think, right? You'll eventually get used to it, and it happens pretty quickly. When you get up early enough and avoid the snooze button at all costs, right? Then it can make the days go by so much more easily. It can make you feel so unrushed, right? So unrushed when you have that little bit of extra time, right? But let's face it, the problem with that is that sometimes you can cut the time too short, okay? And you have to rush to make it out the door. And that becomes a huge problem and a huge speed bump, right? So especially if if you like me, some mornings you might not be able to find the car keys, and now you have a major crisis. Now you're gonna be late for work. The kids are gonna be tardy to school. So, just keep in mind that your morning is what sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you started chasing down time and things, then it's going to end with you chasing down time and things, right? You're going to spend the rest of the day doing that. So get up early enough, right? Because that puts you ahead of the game. It makes you in control. You can take care of everything that needs to be taken care of in a more calm atmosphere. And you still have time for the important things that you need to work on, right? In short, if you get up early enough, it sets you up for an amazing, productive day. That's the first thing. Get up early enough. Set that clock back just a little bit. Then think about restructuring your routine. Think about restructuring your routine. Okay. Spend a little time thinking about what you do right now. Okay. What do you do right now? Where do you spend most of your time? What do you spend most of your time doing? Okay. Once you think about that, look for some things that you can change, look for some things that you can tweak so that you can find more time for the things that you really want to do. We talked about that. What does our perfect morning look like if we could spend the time doing the things that we really want to do? An example of that, if you want an extra 20 minutes in the morning to meditate, right? Look at what you need to take care of ahead of time. Some stuff that you can take care of ahead of time. For instance, maybe if you spend time in the morning making lunches for everybody, maybe you should make them the night before. And that could save you a few minutes in the morning so that you could meditate a little bit longer, right? Teach the kids how to make their own breakfast. Get them some healthy cereal and some healthy milk. Let them make some milk, cereal and milk in the morning, right? They can make it themselves rather than you taking out the time to make it yourself. If you spend a lot of time first thing in the morning ironing clothes, iron the clothes the night before, right? Little bitty things that you can do that you can add some extra time for to yourself in the morning, right? So think about some of those things. Think about some of those things um, that can help to make your day a little bit better, restructure your routine, things that you could perhaps do the night before, right? Little bitty changes like this can make your morning routine, can make a huge difference in your morning routine, right? So I challenge you to come up with a few small tweaks that can save you at least 30 minutes in the morning. Save you at least 30 minutes in the morning, okay? So this is number 3, finding time in your busy morning. I'll be back with you on tomorrow. Want to remind you that you can connect with me on Facebook, Real Life, Real Faith with Cheryl Lacey Donovan, on Twitter and on Instagram at Cheryl Speaks Now. Visit the website, www.cherylspeaks.org. And you can also listen to the D-Suite on RemaGospelRadio.com. It's every Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or you can listen to 3D Motivation. It pops up on Spreaker as well as on YouTube. So subscribe to this YouTube channel. See you on tomorrow. Make over your morning.